With Brad Lewis taking a look at the Stewards case today from Ascot, of course, the 5th of March. 8 races to take a look at. There was a protest in between as well, but we'll start with race number 1 over the 1,500 metres. We saw Woodbine make its debut here in WA of 1,100 metres. They stepped up. What did you find today?
Yeah, Woodbine there, Adam. The pace wasn't really on there in the early part of the race. It was caught 3 wide, so I was allowed to stride forward from about the 1,100 metres and crossed over to the lead. Carry the Nation, unlucky again now. That's a couple of starts in a row for this horse. Held up until about the 200 and then was further impeded till near the 100 metre mark.
In race number 2, the Lister Supremacy Stakes for the 2-year-olds over 1,100 metres. The Sahan was the $1.80 favourite. Just didn't quite look the same horse that we saw in the trials.
No, and we did get a report from the rider that it felt uncomfortable in the straight. We had the vets look at the horse, but no abnormalities there, which is good news for Connections.
In race number 3, it was over the 1,600 metres. Faux Shizzle from the Darren McAuliffe stable. Every time I've seen that horse race, it's gone forward, but it just seemed to be a little bit slower to the barriers today.
It was the intentions of the stable to be up forward and lead if possible. Randy Tan put forward that he did urge it along in the early stages there, Adam, but didn't really respond as he anticipated and consequently got crossed and raced further back than most expected.
Brad, I reckon in recent trial with Stewards reports when you've had to do them, Marchand's probably featured in a lot of them, continues to be unlucky, and this was in race 4.
He did, race in restricted room, really couldn't get clear until the race was all over, so we reported held up in race in restricted room. Classical Prince, another one that was held up until about the 200. Born Supremacy, Adam, never settled through the run, just got its head up in the air, and Mighty Blonde covered extra ground and being wide.
In the listed Ascot 1,000 guineas, I believe you had to talk to a couple of jockeys?
Yeah, there was some crowding early in the race, and that was Clint Johnson Porter's mount first impression. It got some crowding when Ryan Hill's mount Lady Valorum just got on heels, had to steady and come in a little bit there as Paul Harvey was crossing in. No one had ridden carelessly there, so we took it no further.
In race number 6, there's the Lex Piper Stakes over the 1,600 metres, and the Blue Nipper, it's a horse that probably needs to get away well. We saw that when it won 2 in a row, but today it just dwelt at the start.
Yeah, lost 2 links there, Adam, at the start by dwelling, and also caught wide after that. Cubit and Cundy gave Stephen Parnamuta the torrid ride. It also got some crowding, but its racing manner didn't help when other runners shifted from its outside. And we spoke to Patrick Carberry, Houdat Singer, had expected it to lead, but he said other runners crossed him, and he just wanted Houdat Singer to be comfortable, so he allowed it to settle back to stop the pace.
Now in race number 7, we haven't had a protest since we've done the Stewards report. Normally it's nice and easy, but this one was an interesting case. So there was clear movement to buy the winner, King of the Palace, but obviously not enough to think that Roger the Roman was going to be able to get over the top.
Yeah, that's right. Look, it was a very interesting protest, and the bulk of that movement came at about the 50 metre mark, so the Stewards felt, Adam, that given the margin of 3/4 of the length and the way both horses finished the race off, we felt that there was some benefit of doubt to be given, so we left the placings as they were, probably because of the 3/4 length margin was the bearing factor there, and the 50 metre mark from where the incident occurred.
Any suspensions from that?
No, we're looking at that incident now, so we'll hold that inquiry after the last race, and that'll be reported.
And in recent weeks, we've been pretty lucky with nothing going on in race 8, and I believe we've got the same again today.
Yeah, we have. We've been lucky there, Adam, so nothing really to report out of the last. Stable Secret back into 7, disappointing performance, betted out fine, so just one of those runs, unfortunately, today.
Brad, really appreciate you going through that with us, especially the protest that we saw as well. I appreciate your honesty in that, and we look forward to doing it again next week.
Thank you, Adam.